Alright, so let's go to tutorial number 5. So the tutorial number 5 uses a few commands. The line to draw our lines. We use offset to offset these lines. We use the center line. We use the circles. We use the fillets. We could draw half of this and mirror it onto this axis if we wanted. Then obviously we use trim everywhere where we need to trim objects, erase. The drawing is drawn in inches. We use the mirror command if necessary, and the template we've used here is tutorial IMFG. So I am going to go to the right side of the screen and I will start drawing it here. Now you should know how to zoom objects. You just move your cursor up and down and that zooms it. Okay, not the cursor, the little mouse, I don't even know what you call it. The mouse has the little scroll key, so you scroll it up and down and then it zooms your viewport or zooms your view. If you hold it down, the scroll key, and you can always pan around your screen. Okay, so let's start with this one, starting with the outer shape, which is 6 by, now let's see if we have any more dimension here. We really don't have much dimension here, so I'm maybe going to start, I don't know where, maybe on this side. Okay, so let's start with the center line. I'm going to go home, go to my center line layer. Okay, draw a center line. Okay, then draw another center line somewhere there. Okay, now everything is approximate. I have not worked with any sizes so far. So let's look at what the information we have. From the center line, I have 1 inch offsetted on both the sides. So I'll do O, enter, 1, enter, right there and right here. So this is the center line of this circle, this is the center line of this circle. Now let's see what distance we have from here to here. Now they don't show the distance, but they have shown as the radius of 0.4. So I can draw the circle with the circle command from the center, and radius is how much? 0.4. Okay, so I got that. To make sure that I'm working on my model top layer right now, I can go and put this on the model top. Okay, the current layer is model top, so everything I draw would be drawn onto that layer. Now I can copy this circle right here instead of drawing it again by using the CO spacebar. Select the objects. I want to copy from the center to the center. Okay, now the next thing we have is just drawing the lines from there till here, from there till here. Okay, so we just finished working on this part. Obviously I will have to do the trim, but I can figure the trim later on. So the next circle, which is the outside one, is of a radius of 0.8 from the same center. So I draw the circle, enter, from the center, and radius is how much? 0.8. I will copy this just exactly like I did the one before. Again, copy from the center to the center. Okay, now I can join these two lines from one corner to the other, and there. If I wanted, I could go ahead and trim right now. TR is the command, or you go here, select the whole drawing, spacebar or enter. I don't need that, I don't need this, don't need this one, neither that one, this one. Click and click. Okay, Now what do I do with these? Can I trim it? I'll just go ahead and delete it. Okay, so those have been deleted. Now we are done with this much part. All we need to do is start with these. Now again, this is a certain offset. Let's see if we can find the distance for this offset. I'm going to just go ahead and measure it. So this is 0.6. So if that is 0.6 from the center, I could go 0.3 and 0.3. So I go offset 0.3, this line going that way and this line going this way, but obviously this is from our model top layer. Okay, so I will go ahead and put it on there. Now what happens is this thing merges with this in an arc or a radius, and the radius that we have over here is 0.4. Okay, so how could I do it? I just need to do is fillet, which is F, enter. Now before I specify the object, I have to give it a radius. If I don't, it will make a right angle, right? There's no radius, then that means it's a right angle. So I'll give it a radius as 0.4, enter. Click on that one and click on this one. Okay, so it made the fillet over there, but it lost this line. It's still okay, I can make that line, it's not a big deal. Okay, now I am going to fillet this with that as well. Fillet, enter. Now the radius is saved from the previous fillet that I did, so I don't need to put 0.4 again. Click on that one and this one. So now we are done with that. So next thing I will be doing is trying to find out where my object ends. So it's 6 going from here all the way to the end. Okay, so I'll offset 6, this line going here. So just reading the drawing is pretty important because the information is there, but you have to figure out how to start, where to start, how to read the dimensions. And see, he did not give me the dimension or the height of this, or even the height of this from here to here, but all the information was given in radiuses. So just reading the drawing is an important part before you even start drawing. So now I know the center is here and it's at a distance of 2 from the end. So I offset this 2, enter, click, and there. Okay, so here I would be making that circle from this center at a radius of 0.6. So I draw a circle, enter, from there, and what is my radius? 0.6, enter. Okay, and from here I know that the lines go straight, going straight, going straight. Okay, this is just the inside part. Okay, and I still have to draw the outside part, which is at a distance of 0.4 on all the sides. So I go offset 0.4, enter, 0.4 that way, 0.4 this way, and then it's another circle from the center to right there. So did you follow how I did the circle? I didn't have any numbers, no nothing. I have it over here, but I could just start from the center and just go there without even knowing the dimension. So now the last thing to do is just fillet these two and then just trim. So I go fillet, enter, 1 is the radius, enter, click on that one, and okay, fillet, enter, 1, enter, click on this one and that one, same command, click on this one and that one. Okay, now I have to trim that one part and a few more lines and I'm done with this exercise. there's one more. I have this offset from 6 is 0.4, so I offset this 0.4 from there to here. Okay, but this line is the object line, it's not the center line. So I could go click and change the layer, or I can even use match attributes by clicking MA on the keyboard, space bar, match the source to the destination. Okay, now let's trim our object. TR space bar, select my whole drawing, space bar, trim it there, trim it there, trim that one, trim this one, trim that one, trim this one, trim this, there you go, that one, this one, and that one. Okay, so we're pretty much done. I just have to make one more line, which is right here. Okay, and I can delete that because that's not the center line. I can delete this. Anything else? I can delete this one and that one. And I think I'm done with this exercise. I'm going to move back the center line because center line is just right there. It's not going all the way. It will stop somewhere right there. Okay, even if this is too big, I can make it smaller. That's fine. So the last thing that's left is just dimensioning. By now you should be a pro of how to dimension objects. Going to dimensioning, going to the radius, click there, going to this radius, there, the fillet radius, there, that's another radius. So many different radiuses you see over here. Okay, then we have a couple dimensions. I go linear, from the center of there is 6, and these are the only two dimensions, if you see, in this whole drawing that's given to us. Everything else is given as a radius or a fillet or a diameter. Okay, so hope you followed this exercise. Any questions, feel free to ask. I'm coming up with some more detailed, more tough tutorials ahead. If you look over here, the next one would be this one, even though it looks easy, but it is not. There's a lot of stuff going on there. So stay tuned, and I will see you in the next class. Thank you.